Yo, what is up, guys? Cryo back with another reaction, and we have a special guest this time. We got Vexus Xenos. How's it going, man?
Hey guys, I'm pretty good. I'm very excited to do this. I'm happy to be here. Cryo is one of the first people I ever interacted with in terms of like the nerdcore community, so very, very honored to be here.
Yes, sir, guys. This is another fellow reactor, and just try to spread the love as much as I can, spread support. The community's helped me, so I'm thinking of giving back. But we are actually reacting to a bit of a fanfic. Now, this will be a small series covered on the channel. I'm gonna try to get a few more people to join as well. But you see, it's an hour long. Don't really feel like sitting through all of that. So for today, we're just gonna watch like 15 minutes of it, and see how it goes, see what we think. But this is What If Kakashi Adopted Naruto, the movie by Anime Sage. I got this idea when I saw this. I was like, you know what? This would be pretty cool to kind of watch, break down, and take in just to see what would happen. So, Vexus, how big of a Naruto
Oh,
fan are you?
that sounds fire. Okay, so I have seen literally everything that has come out with Naruto. I played all the Naruto Shippuden games, like Ninja Storm and all that shit when that was out. I did all that. I haven't watched the series in a bit, other than rewatching like my favorite clips with like Madara and Pain and like the first couple fights Kakashi was ever in. Love Kakashi, one of my favorite characters. I have not seen anything from Boruto, so that's where my like Naruto knowledge ends, is Boruto on. But in terms of the actual like Naruto like story, I'm all there for all of that. Love Naruto.
Bet, bro. So, again, I'm a huge Naruto fan as well, guys. Let's hop into this. Let's get it. Here's the movie at last. Hope you enjoy. I hope we do too.
I just wanna be the best at what I know. Better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes. Call me aggressive.
Pretty fire intro.
Call me offensive even though Joe, I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not getting your screen audio.
Oh, okay. I should
Or
probably
your screen, actually.
I should probably share the screen.
Let's do
then.
that. Let's do that.
Yeah. I should probably do that then. All right. Did it?
All right, let's go. I got you. All right, I see it.
All right, let's go.
And is sitting on his bed. He is still
So
in.
we started actually.
Also be adding in more. So I think I shall explain the
Oh, bro, I love
basics
that
of this
artwork.
remaster. First of all, the original premise and direction of the story will be similar to the original, just with improved audio and production. There will also be the incorporation of better pacing and better writing in this remastered What If as well. I don't want to change much from the original story because I feel like it would be disrespectful to my first Naruto What If, and I think a lot of you guys who watched that series would just like there to be less ums and bad audio, so that's the plan for this remastered story. I will also be adding in more details for the story as well, so that is another thing that will be a bit different compared to the original story. So I think you will all like that. Most importantly, I will be remastering other series I want to update and fix, so if you have anything you would like me to remaster, leave your suggestions in the comments below. I already have a few in mind. Alright, let's officially get into the remaster. A boy, around 14 years old, is looking down at the floor and is sitting on his bed. He is dealing with some loss at the moment. Who did he lose? His sensei. What was his sensei's name? Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage of the Leaf Village. And the boy who is feeling depressed at the moment is named Kakashi Hatake. His sensei meant a lot to him, especially since he was the last connecting piece to his team. His other two teammates, Obito and Rin, died while they were in the Third Great Ninja War, and his sensei died in a Nine Tails attack, where Nine Tails somehow got loose and attacked the village. Kakashi heard he had used the Reaper Death Seal, and in the process, gave up his life to defend the village. The worst part is he couldn't help him, because he and a bunch of his other colleagues were blocked off from the battlefield. That's the worst feeling of all. Because of all this, he now sits in his room, days after the attack, still thinking about the loss of Minato. It is weighing on his mind heavily. However, something is about to happen that will allow Kakashi to get a piece of his original comrades back, and in the process, it will start a period in Kakashi's life that allows the depression to slowly wither away and allow him to feel an immense amount of joy for a long period of time.
All right, so far, I mean, just with the recap of you know, Kakashi being Minato's student and whatnot, and that relationship being gone, it's certainly setting up an interesting way for him to adopt Naruto.
Yeah, I like that. I like that whole intro. That was fire. I really like that. I love the the narrative spin he's putting on this is really cool.
Oh yeah.
Kakashi will get a note from the Hokage saying that he wants to see him, and Kakashi will go see the Hokage. Kakashi will head to the tower, and he will meet with Hiruzen Sarutobi, who had retired when Minato took over, but now has to take over once again since Minato died. Kakashi asks, "What did you summon me for, Lord Ferd?" Hiruzen says, "Kakashi, I understand that you have been grieving for your sensei for the past couple days since the death of Minato and the subsequent funeral. I know that being summoned here is probably the last thing you want right now. However, what if I told you I could give you a piece of him that remains alive and well in his legacy?" Kakashi asks, "What do you mean, Lord Ferd?" Hiruzen says, "Look to your left." Kakashi looks to his left and sees a cradle that contains a blonde baby. He is sleeping at the moment, and it is a miracle he hasn't woken up from their conversation yet. Kakashi asks, "Who is this?" Hiruzen says, "Kakashi, this is the son of Minato." Kakashi's eyes, or eye, widened.
Bro.
He says, "What?" Hiruzen decides to explain. On the night of the Nine Tails attack, Kushina did give birth to a child. You protected that child for many months.
Wait, didn't Kakashi know that Kushina was pregnant though?
I think so in the original story. I
Yeah.
think I think that might be a little change up where we got here. I think he did know because
Right.
Kakashi was very very close with that whole those were literally his best friends ever. So I'm assuming that he would have known if one of them was carrying, you know.
Right. I mean, because even through the events of the OG Naruto and into Shippuden, Kakashi knew that Minato was Naruto's dad. So
Yeah.
I guess this might just be a narrative change to make it fit. But regardless, man, Naruto being raised by Kakashi is going to be OP.
Bro, it's gonna be so different. It's gonna be so different. Him going through the absolute hell that it's gonna be being trained by Kakashi, because Kakashi is a lot more of a hard ass when it comes to training than the Great Toad. It's gonna be different.
Facts. Facts. And especially because now he's going to learn Chidori. Oh, dude, Sasuke better watch out.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's gonna
I'm
be
pretty sure
different.
you know his name, right? Naruto. His name is Naruto, Kakashi says. Hiruzen smiles and then says, "You probably thought he had died because Kushina died, and you didn't hear anything about the child for these past couple days. But no, he is alive and well. If Kakashi didn't have a mask, you would see a smile on his face." Hiruzen then says, "Now, I need to tell you some things before I give you my proposal. The first thing is what Naruto has inside him." Kakashi looks at Hiruzen for him to continue, and Hiruzen says, "Naruto has the Nine Tails inside of him." Kakashi's eyes widen in shock. Hiruzen continues saying, "On the night of the Nine-Tailed Fox attack, when Minato used Reaper Death Seal, he used it to seal the Nine Tails inside his own son. Having it inside of him makes him a Jinchuriki, and that means he isn't going to have a normal life. There may be a possibility the Nine Tails takes over him or it escapes again like last time. Or it is also possible he learns to control its power, which is why I think Minato sealed it in him in the first place, because he believes he will control it. After all, a good father believes in their kids." Kakashi then says, "What else do you want to tell me?" Hiruzen says, "Kushina before she died told me to take care of him. And, of course, I want to do everything in my power to take care of him, but I am the Hokage. I am way too busy at the moment. So one of my first plans was to send him to the orphanage to see if a willing family will adopt him. But I don't want it to come to that.
You know, I kind of feel like any of the options he just had would have been better on Naruto than the option that he took in the show.
Yeah,
Leave him
yeah. The only
alone and
thing
give
I'm
him
thinking
money.
about is like the only thing I'm thinking about is if he sent him to an orphanage and like what happens the first time like Naruto gets bullied, you know what I mean? And like can't control it that one time and then
Right,
Kurama just eats a bunch of kids.
right.
Because like Kurama is one of the biggest threats that they even know about right now. Because like in this scenario, like right now in this timeline, Madara is dead.
Yep.
Number one, he's not a problem. Like all their biggest threats are already sealed, deceased, and forgotten about. So that like just putting Naruto like shacking him up in an orphanage is probably not the play.
Right, man, right? Yo, and not to mention, like, Obito went back into hiding after the attack so he can help form the Akatsuki. The Akatsuki wasn't a thing. Orochimaru was still in hiding as well, so it's like, yeah, like, here, let's put a Jinchuriki in an orphanage and let's see how well that works out.
Yeah, let's put a human nuke in with all these kids that really don't know how to control their emotions. That's a good idea.
Right, and what's crazy
Kakashi is the best play, to be honest.
honestly, yeah, but I feel like you take away the chance of bullying happening in an orphanage, like that would still be like a bit better than the option that Hiruzen took anyways, which was leave him alone and give him
Yeah.
money. That was
Yeah,
it.
then the original, yeah, 100%, 100%. That was not a good idea, man. This kid's got a demon inside him that can just like level cities on its own. Probably don't leave him alone.
Right. Just like, yeah, you're depressed. You don't know why your parents are gone. You don't even know your parents here. Here's some money, and I'll see you next month, bud. Good
Yep.
luck. Good luck out
I'll
there,
check in
buddy.
again to make sure you're still alive.
Like I get the position that Hiruzen was put in. If he helped Naruto out, then you know the village would kind of turn on him a bit, especially with Danzo around. And then you know, so he kind of just tried to stay neutral, which I get it, but like I still don't think it was the best thing to do.
Yeah, like I understand how they could say, bro, how come you helping the kid that got this like homicidal demon inside him? But like, bro, there's only so many things you can do other than like taking Naruto and just like chucking him off a cliff. That you don't have a lot of options.
Facts. Facts.
He could wait years and never actually be adopted by a willing family. Which brings me to my second option. Have someone adopt him right away. Someone I know who can take care of him. And that brings me to my proposal. Kakashi says, "You want me to adopt Naruto, is that correct?" Hiruzen nods and says, "I know you are young, but with how much you've been able to accomplish and you being one of the most powerful shinobi in our village, I don't see why not." Kakashi asks, "Isn't Jiraiya his godfather? Wouldn't it be better if he took care of Naruto?" Hiruzen shakes his head and says,
Ooh.
"I'm afraid he won't do it, as he has his own spy network to deal with."
Yeah, spy network. Okay.
That's what we're gonna call that.
Yeah, spy network for research and intelligence purposes. Okay, Joy.
Yeah, I believe that. Yep.
I do like that he brought that up. Like, dude, bro, Jiraiya is his godfather. He's supposed to be the one taking care of him.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is,
I think it's true, but like I do think Kakashi's definitely a better fit for something for someone that dangerous.
oh yeah, hands down. And what's crazy is, I also believe that in the original series, or at least in a flashback, this conversation took place after, like, it was some of Kakashi's flashbacks, and he was then asked him to try to look after either Sasuke or Naruto, but Kakashi was just still so hurt from the pain that he couldn't, from the pain of losing Obito, Rin, Minato, that he fell into a depression. That's why he went to the Anbu.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He's deep in that depression, so
Yeah.
like he could not like put someone else's life in his hands because he was going through like the trauma of losing the people whose lives were already in his hands. Like
Yep.
that's the way he viewed that, right?
And and I don't remember if it was Hiruzen or Might Guy who actually coaxed him into becoming like a teacher or whatnot. I'm pretty sure it was Hiruzen. But yeah, then he failed all of those students, for like being for like actually following the rules until he met Naruto and them. That was game changing right there.
Oh yeah, that was fire. It reminds me of the moment. You said Might Guy reminds me of the moment when he's fighting Madara and like opens the 8th gate and Madara just yells, "I declare you to be the strongest."
Yes.
Like Oh, bro, hype does not begin to describe that.
Bro, let's be real. If Madara did not have the six paths power right then and there, he would have got bodied.
Oh, he'd have died. He'd have died. Yeah, I mean, the eighth gate is like the one of the most powerful things that exists in Naruto, and the fact that
Yep.
like he took that shit and then walked away, like you know,
Right.
like dude, if it wasn't for the amount of power coursing through your body, that definitely would have took you out.
Right, and let's be frank about it. My guy in base has no chance against Madara, and Madara is like the
Yeah,
second
yeah.
strongest shinobi in the freaking history of Shippuden, and Naruto in general, right behind Hashirama. And my guy with a power boost from the eighth gates is like, all right, what's good, bro? Let's run these hands.
Yeah, and then he starts to after that he literally like pretty much dies because it burns up all the blood in his body, and then Jesus Naruto walks over and he's like, "Rise, my child," whoop, and he's fine. What?
Factuals, man, actual factuals.
I was like, "Oh no, he's gonna die," and then I was like, "Oh, never mind, Naruto's Jesus." All
Yeah,
right, forget what I said.
that creation. Man, I really wish he still had the creation mark on his hand, bro. That would have been so cool.
Oh yeah.
Like, I
yeah,
know he can
definitely.
still use six paths power, but like, come on, man. The creation mark, the sun seal, everything was just, that was dope.
Yeah, that was a whole vibe.
Facts.
And as much as I would like for him to take care of Naruto, despite now
Oh, ads, yay. Gonna get to
Oh.
skip
When I first
this.
started Eve,
Bro,
I was
I
a
ain't seen an
minor,
ad in
and I
ages
was really
because
Network
YouTube
is-
extorts me for $11 a month.
Beautiful. I already have way too many subscriptions, so I can't afford that.
Oh man, I'm getting there. I'm like, I gotta cut off something soon.
Facts.
too viable to our village, which is why I am asking you. Kakashi thinks for a bit and then notices Naruto stir. He opens his eyes and will look at Kakashi. The boy isn't crying right now, just looking at Kakashi curiously. Kakashi feels lured in by
See, even baby Naruto is trying to figure out what's underneath that mask.
Oh my god, I saw a baby in a store today, and he looked like he looked at me like I was Cthulhu. Like straight bewilderment, man. Like he didn't see the world like everyone else sees the world, you know what I mean? Like what it would be to see the world through the eyes of a literal infant who understands
man.
nothing.
That would be scary, to be honest, man. I'd rather
Oh,
wear
man.
drunk goggles for 24 hours.
Yeah, he was looking at me like I was a Hydra or something. He was just like being wheeled by, and he was like, "Oh my god," and I'm
Oh
like,
my-
"What did I do?"
That's fucking funny, dude.
He was so cute though, man.
those blue eyes. He gets the temptation to want to say yes. But is he really ready for this? Kakashi shakes his head, as he can't have that type of doubt in his mind. He became a join at age 12. Dealing with a kid shouldn't be that hard. And plus, if he doesn't adopt and take care of him, who will? Kakashi looks at Hiruzen and says, "I'll do it." Hiruzen smiles and thanks Kakashi. Hiruzen then says, "You will have to pick him out from the orphanage, though. It will look extremely suspicious to a lot of people, especially if potential spies from the Stone Village saw that. But once you pick up Naruto at the orphanage, he's officially yours." Kakashi nods and then says to Naruto, "You'll be coming home with me soon. I can't wait to start taking care of you, my..." Kakashi pauses and thinks about whether or not he would be his dad or older brother. Well,
Well, I mean, either which way is going to make the scene of the 1,000 Years of Pain a lot more awkward.
Yeah, I didn't even think that. That didn't even like register. Yeah, definitely.
That crossed my mind earlier, but I was like, I'll wait to throw that one out.
Yeah, yeah, bro. I mean, that's gonna be. Yeah.
Although I do think technically it would make him his older brother, giving the master-student, father-son relationship that Minato had with Kakashi.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I agree with that.
I also loved the dynamic between Team Minato and Team Kakashi, how Obito was Naruto if Naruto went evil, Kakashi was
Yes.
Sasuke if Sasuke stayed good, and then Rin was Sakura if Sakura was useful.
Oh, bro, I was hoping you were gonna go there. Oh man, it's a different kind of world when you're standing next to like Ninja Jesus, Ninja Satan, and then you got Sakura just vibing.
Well, I mean, like, granted, in Shippuden, she is very useful. One of the best healing ninjas around. But in part one, bro, she was just garbage.
Oh yeah, like at the end of the story, she can basically bring you back to life. Like
Right.
she's so damn powerful, man. But early on in Naruto, it's like, what are you bringing to the table? Like Sasuke's got weird magic eyes that let him do shit. Naruto's got a nine-tailed demon in him. What have you got except a pink dress? Like nothing.
Facts. I will say though, like Rin was useless too, but she seemed to have a lot more strength behind her. Like she did get kidnapped, and that was like one of the only scenes we saw of her besides her getting killed. But like the way she was useless and the way Sakura, she was useless in a time where wars were apparent and people were bodying everybody for no reason.
Yeah, it's like she's useless against other ninjas that we know to be like super strong. Sakura's useless in her own class.
Facts. She could barely fight, in their tuning exams fight, and that ended with a draw. She wasn't gonna fight Tamori. She didn't do anything when the Sound Ninja attacked Sasuke and Naruto. She just sat there and cried. It's like, what are you doing here, ma'am? What are you doing?
What are you doing? Like, even if you know you can't win, like, you're watching your two best friends get their ass beat. Do something.
Facts, bro. She's just like, Sasuke, help me. Dude, Sasuke is knocked out. The man is unconscious. He's taking a good nap. He's in Dreamville right now, okay?
Yeah.
Get up and do something.
Man. Bro, it's like in Dragon Ball Super when they had, like, the Universal Tournament. I don't know if you saw, like, that far in Dragon Ball Super yet, but it's like, who are you going to have on your team? And I'm like, Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, Golden Frieza, Master Roshi, and it's like, excuse me? What do you say, Master Roshi?
Facts.
The human? The man?
Nani?
He's gonna stand there next to literal gods and go toe-to-toe with people that can blow up a planet with a sneeze?
Facts.
And they're like, yeah, no, it'll be fine. He's fine. He's good.
Trust me. Look. Just because he's old and bald doesn't mean anything. You watch One Punch Man, this is his father. This is his dad. And Krillin is his younger cousin. So.
Bro, the scene in Dragon Ball where he like, beefed up for the first time and wiped out an entire Red Ribbon fleet with a Kamehameha wave had me busted.
It was absolutely amazing. It was absolutely fire. But let's get back to this. Let's go.
He would technically reach adulthood by the time Naruto turns 4, so that works. Kakashi finishes his sentence with son, and baby Naruto just smiles and laughs. A couple days later, Kakashi would adopt Naruto from the orphanage, and Kakashi has now successfully adopted Naruto, Minato and Kushina's child, and now his son. Alright, before I continue the story, I need to kind of debunk something that I saw a lot of in the original Kakashi adopted Naruto series. Like, a lot of you guys kept saying, Kakashi's too young, he can't adopt Naruto. So, let me get this straight. A dude who became a Chunin at like 6 years old, a dude who became a Jonin at 12, and a dude who created his own jutsu, and has probably killed so many people, and a guy who was in the Anbu in his teens, yet potentially raising a child is out there. I'm just saying, that logic is kinda out there, considering everything else Kakashi has done, especially at a young age. Anyways, back to the story. Kakashi will start raising Naruto, and it feels the same as how a lot of parents feel when they are raising a child. Like hell. Usually it includes a lot of crying and some other stuff, which causes Kakashi to have nights where he can't really sleep. And he has to do this, plus juggle his other duties. Good thing he has friends to help out. He calls upon joining colleagues to help take care of Naruto whenever he is away on a mission. Though on one occasion he can't get his joining friends to help him out, so he has to call upon someone else who is around his age group. Her name is Anko Mitarashi. Anko felt it would be a good idea since she had nothing better to do, plus how hard could it be to babysit a kid? Well, when Anko first starts out, it is hell, like it has been for Kakashi. But Naruto over time seems to come around to her and kind of makes things less of a living hell for her. Over time, Anko also comes to like Naruto. When Kakashi comes back from his mission, Anko says if Kakashi needs her to babysit again, she will be there, and Kakashi thanks her. Over time...
Oh, this is good. This is gonna end up with Kakashi and Anko getting together. That's my fanship.
That's the vibe. Yeah, that's the vibe I'm picking up to.
That is my fanship. I do actually have to cut it a little short. I've got to make a few phone calls to talk to my girlfriend. So, we'll pick up on this again. If you want to come back, join again, bro.
I'm down.
Definitely
So down.
be glad. Definitely be glad to have you back. Now, yes, guys, sorry, I know this is cut a lot short, but this is going to be getting covered a lot on the channel and on the series. We're hopefully gonna have a few more people join as well. Thank you, Vexus, for coming out, bro. Thank you for giving some time to this.
No problem, man. I'll be back for the next one if you want me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll let you know when that's going to be. But, alright guys, thank y'all for watching. Go check out Vexus Xenos. I will have his Twitter and his YouTube linked down below. And until next time, guys, Cryo out.